Ready for a little Christmas fun? On December the 18th, 12 to 4 p.m., join Officer William Burnett and special guest news anchor Reba Hollingsworth for the annual holiday Mingle and Jingle toy drive at the North Pole. Bring your little ones out to meet Santa, Mrs. Claus, and a few of Santa's helpers. Grab a picture, enjoy fun stations, enjoy small bites, and a warm beverage. Visit our official page for more details on how you can support or nominate a family today. Sponsored by the Friends of William Burnett for Sure, RVA. Visit our official Facebook page at William Burnett for RVA Sure.
On the mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike. On the mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike.
I'm on the mic with Mike. He's like a guru.
No, he's a businessman with a great radio show.
And he supports the nonprofits. Watch, show, and grow.
I enjoy listening to On the Mic with Mike every day.
Hey, RBA, this is the Tam. You know another guy named Mike? Make sure you check out my main man, Mike King Biz. Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Sports 106.1. On the mic with Mike is the champion of business talk radio. You're starting to irritate me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank those folks for the shout out. It is who you think they were, but we ain't calling no names because our legal department will not allow that. On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program around. We're here at ESPN Richmond 106.1, 5 to 7 a.m. We talk to the game changers who are out there, the people who are making the biggest splash. We also support the nonprofits. So shout out to our sponsors who help us talk to businesses and nonprofits every day. They're coming in and talking for free because of our sponsors, and we'd like to thank them for that. All righty, so folks, I'm out there just trying to do my business, talking to people, and I put out a note that said, I need somebody to customize some sneakers. That was my wife's idea. So for our grandson, so I put the word out there. Next thing it comes in, flying in. Okay, you got to talk to this guy here, Alonzo. So shout out to Shay Wynn and her camp, who's out there doing some big things, and they say you got to talk to the man, Mr. Hot Flavors. How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Welcome to the program. So you got history. You've been in this game for a minute or two, customizing sneakers.
Yeah.
You've been in that game for a while. You brought some samples with you so people could see who are looking at us on Facebook. You got some history, and then you have another interest that you're creative. You're an inventor as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to start off with the sneakers. Let's hear the story, and then as we're going along, you can show some examples. Because I haven't seen a box. I think you got something for me there.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
okay, see, I just waited because I can get kind of carried away.
Yeah, well, I won't go make 2 trips. So,
okay, so you know what? All right, so tell the folks how they can start off finding you right off the bat.
Right off the bat, my name is Alonzo Nicholson. Born and raised Richmond, VA. I can be reached on Instagram. It's Hot Flavors Forever. That's HOTFLAVAZ, the number 4, ever. Also, my Facebook is Alonzo Nicholson. So you can also get at me at mrhotflavors@gmail.com. That's MRHOTFLAVAZ@gmail.com.
Mr. Hot Flavors. Okay. How'd you come up with that name?
Hot Flavors. How I come up with the name? Well, this started like in 98. So had a partner of mine that he customized sneakers. And so I said, well, shoot, I can do this myself. So I picked up a pair and customized them to go with a Cincinnati Bengals jersey. Went to Cloverleaf Mall, and it took me 2 hours to get out of Foot Locker because everybody wanted to know, where'd you get your sneakers from, man? So they said those are hot. So they are hot.
You thought you might have had something.
Think I might have had something. So, well, you got a business? I'm like, well,
I
Yeah,
do now.
I do now.
I do now.
Yeah. So what do you call your business? I said, well, the kids call Air Force One's Flavz. So I got the hot, I got the Flavz. I put an A in there. Now I got flavors.
Mr. Hot Flavors was born.
There it is.
All righty. Okay. So back in the day, you were always an artist type.
Always an artist. Went to Huguenot High School. Shout out to the Falcons.
Okay.
Had advanced art. I was never really the portrait artist. I was always the graffiti and the cartooning and the bubble characters and things of that nature, whatever.
All right. So here we got Mr. Hot Flavors who's here with us. Hey, shout out to good friends out there. Makita, as well as Chris Coop, Dr. Chris Coop, over at Pearls Nutrition. Go make sure you check her out down on Hall Street at Victorian Square Shopping Center. Shout out to her as well. All righty. So now you did a pair of sneakers, and all of a sudden it blows up.
Yep.
Okay. Let's hear the story about how your sneakers blew up.
So I did a pair of sneakers for Big Tigger on Rap City.
Rap City. Okay.
So I reached out to Rap City's camp. Had the producer at that time, his name was Jason Armstrong. So Jay says, hey, if the sneakers are hot, we'll put them on the show. So now, I got my chest out because nobody's doing this at the time. I'm like, oh, they're going to be hot.
They're going to be hot. Okay.
So I sent them up and they called me like within 24 hours of the sneakers getting there. It's like, yo, check out the show on such and such a date. Tigger's going to, show the shoes, give you a shout out. And from that point there, I said, well, this is easy. So after that, I reached out to So Def. Got in touch with Bow Wow's people. This is when he was Little Bow Wow. So I purchased a ticket. I want to see, what all the hype is about. So I go to one of his shows. I'm like, okay, I got the idea for him. Next thing you know, I do a pair of sneakers for him. They wind up being too small. The next thing you know, his movie comes out at that time. I think it was Like Mike or Basketball or whatever.
Okay.
So he gets on TV with some airbrush sneakers that I didn't do. And the next thing you know, the Air Force One
is blowing up.
It's selling out like nationwide.
Okay, so Mike King, Mr. Hot Flavors, is here with us as well. So that's kind of like the idea of when we talk to people on this show about it, protecting your intellectual property.
Yes, yes,
which is very important.
That's very important. It's so many things get taken or ideas get taken or whatever because you're so engrossed in people, like they're really feeling what you're doing, but you're not thinking on the business side of it.
Okay.
So that's why I fell short, was not making sure that all my T's was crossed, my I's were dotted.
It was the show part, but the business part got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, so your stuff is on Rap City, the Big Tigger. That's the hottest thing in town at that point. That's nationwide.
Nationwide.
All righty, so now you brought some things with you.
Yep.
Okay, so now on the mic with Mike, say, folks, you don't get this everywhere. Shout out to Mr. Billy, Three Kings Vision. He is the coolest man librarian I know. Well, he's the only the black man librarian I've ever met. Shout out to Mr. Billy out there doing big things. All righty, so we got Mr. Hot Flavors is here. All righty, so what are you showing us now?
What I'm showing you now is a Nike mid sneaker. If you look at the date on the toe, those were worn in the All-Star game for 2003. Now,
okay, so this is ATL 03 for our friends out there who are looking. All right, so if a person wants to get those done for a loved one, a child, for themselves, whatever, how long does it take you?
Just depending on the design. I mean, usually I can crank stuff out. I mean, because I've been doing it well over 23 years or whatever.
Can people get to you for Christmas, or is it too late?
I might be able to squeeze a pair in.
All right, so folks, if you need a unique Christmas gift, you need to check out Malonza right here, because that'll be something nobody else has those.
No, nobody else has them. This is something else I want to. I guess the batteries must have died in that. But
oh, stop it! So he got them lighting up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Yeah. Okay, look, here we go. All right, that's pretty right.
So something else interesting about this just check. If you go to look at some of the styles of the Air Force One, Nike put an outline around the swoosh. So you would think that it was lit up, but it's not. So I'm like,
You lit it up. You lit the swoosh up. Hold on 1 second. All right. I see a good friend QB, Queen B. She didn't join the party. She is the spoken word entrepreneur down at Ford Cyber Cafe. She's down there every Wednesday. So if you guys want to get your spoken word on, make sure you go give a shout out to Queen B. QB is down there doing big things. So, Mr. Alonzo, folks want to know, how do they follow your work? How can they get to you? Because I think some people need some for Christmas or the holidays.
Like I said, you can just reach out to me on the quickest way is Instagram. I mean, I forever got that. And my email. Did we give our phone number?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want here.
Okay.
We'll put it on a billboard. we blow stuff up around here.
Yeah, the number to reach me directly. Got a feeling it might be blowing up, but it's 804-248-0168. If the voicemail is full, just leave me a text message or just shoot me a text, and I can pretty much get back with you. So that's 804-248-0168.
Alrighty, so explain to the listeners what you learned on the business side of what you should do and things that a person needs to stay away from when they have something that's new and exciting. I like those sneakers. You did those?
No, I didn't do those. I just, put my grown man on today. So,
okay. That's it. The man coming here stylish. He just said, "No, I just threw this. I just threw this on. This is the grown man style."
The best way to protect yourself is not to get so engrossed that that you're getting that kind of attention. Where my mistake was, at the time, I was the only person that was actually doing graphics the way that I was doing it on sneakers or whatever. So there was a website back in the day called uptowns.net. So what I started doing was posting my work. So at the time I had like maybe 160 pair on this site. And it kept a ticker going as to how many people viewed these sneakers. So I could have like a SpongeBob pair, 10,000 people viewed that. Or I could have New York Knicks, 6,000 people. So the numbers was steadily going up. But what was happening at the time, once you put your stuff out there on the internet, you can't take it back.
No, you can't take it back.
So you have people who actually go out to search to see what's hot. Like, hey, we can do this. We can just cut him out because we have the licensing. Like every 10 years, the NBA grants the license to have their products done by Reebok. Reebok runs it for 10 years. After 10 years is up, Nike gets it.
Okay.
After Nike gets it, then it'll flop back to maybe Under Armour or whoever. They kind of Nike, or not Nike, but the NBA wants to spread the wealth or whatever. So, but that's the biggest thing is protecting yourself, making sure that you, even though, like I got a pair right here, the Giants. Now that was San Francisco Giants. The sneaker in that picture was made by Reebok. So my whole goal was to like, maybe I can get on with Reebok and promote my ideas to them and I can get put on like that. But
did that work?
It didn't work.
That didn't work.
Nah.
Okay, so don't do that.
Don't do that.
Let me see the picture of the ones right underneath there.
Yeah, some of these are old. Powerpuff Girls.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you see what the man is doing. You see his work. He's out there. Let me show you right here. Alrighty. So you're out there. It takes you a couple of days to turn them around. You may be able to get it done before the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. What are some? So what did you do for Shay Wynn, who was a finalist on American Idol? Because
Shay.
whatever you did, they were like, Lonzo's the man.
Oh man. Well, Shay has a unique eye condition that affects her vision.
Okay.
And so what I did was I did some research to see, just to get some kind of understanding as to what she's experiencing physically. And they say a lot of times when that particular, I'm gonna say eye disorder comes into play, the things that they remember are like the last colors that they probably saw or whatever. So that was my inspiration right there. And it just so happened that I did the sneaker kind of like a sunset type deal with some some mountains in it, and I put a little personal touch by doing the rhinestones with her initials in Braille.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
This is not one of them Jerry Maguire moments. We're
Nah,
gonna be
bro.
crying up in here. That's a nice touch, man.
Yeah, so
I didn't even know that part.
yeah, so I pay attention to a lot of detail. I didn't have a chance to like bring some of the stuff that would probably like blow your
All
mind.
right, well,
but,
we keep talking. Show me what else you got.
and
And then we're gonna wait until a little bit, and then we're gonna see what else you brought. All right, so how do people keep the sneakers once they're done? Oh man, now see, I'm a racing fan.
see, I'm a NASCAR fan.
Shout out to the
so,
Jeff Gordon team
yeah.
right there.
now
Shout out to
that's
the
his old
24,
car.
right? The 24.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so how does a person? Okay, oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about that. There you go. Shout out to. There we go. So, who's your team? You're a NASCAR fan?
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. That's my man.
Shout out to the EI.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I got it. Now, one thing I will say, even though I'm showing this, I hold the idea I have for NASCAR dear until I can get myself on a pedestal to where I can actually put that idea out there. I'm saying that because I learned my lesson.
You learned it before.
Yeah, I learned it before.
You learned it the hard way.
Yeah, don't put it out there if you don't want it to be out there.
Because once it go out there, you cannot get it back.
No.
All right, Mr. Hot Flavors, how can people find you?
Once again, Hot Flavors, the number 4 ever. That's HOT FLAVAZ. The number 4 EVER. That's my Instagram, and my Gmail is Mr. Hot Flavors MRHOT FLAVAZ @gmail.com.
So when a person engages you like you did with me, so all right, man, I can't wait no more. I was trying.
Come on, man. I thought you got some more questions.
I don't have to. I done got excited now talking about that. How does a person what's the inspiration when you do something for a person? Like for me, you ask them, okay, what is he into? All those things. What's the creative process that you do?
Well, it just so happened one part of it is in my hand right here, Slurpee.
Okay.
Some people looking is like, yeah, right. Okay. But I'm telling you, whatever they putting in these Slurpees, man, is what gets me going. So generally a person will bring the sneakers to me or hit me up, in my Instagram or my email or whatever. And they'll give me an idea. I'm like, okay, sounds good. But I guess it's just my tone that the way they're picking up on is like, well, you don't think that's gonna be hot? I'm like, well, let me take my stab at it. And I guarantee you, it's gonna come out and be something special.
So do you do things other than Nikes?
Timberlands.
You do Timbs.
I've done women's stilettos. I've done, I've done dress shoes. I've done some I put TVs in them, man. So
you put TVs in sneakers.
I put the TVs in some sneakers, man.
Okay.
I can hook my Xbox up to them. And the video is small, but hey,
it's TV.
It's TV in the sneaker.
And who else has that?
Nobody in the world.
Nobody else has that.
Mm-mm.
All righty. So you got Mr. Hot Flavors and say we got to go away and take a break because I always say microphone ain't free. Plus, I got to pay this man for what he created for my grandson. I'm trying to hold out. I'm looking at the box.
Yeah,
going,
man, there's some heat over in that box, man.
That's why the box is red. It's a red Nike box. It better be hot because all the stores I went in trying to find them sneakers, I didn't know what the deal was with Air Force Ones.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a sneaker guy, so I didn't know that they're not just sitting on shelves waiting.
The sneakers is a multi-billion-dollar business. The customized sneaker is a multi-billion-dollar business. And the reason why I say that is because not only you got to purchase the shoe, but you got to have the products. You got to have the materials. It's a lot of work that goes into customizing the shoe. It's just not something you just, I'm gonna just put this on and wear it. Now you got to prep the shoe. You got to make sure the shoes are actually authentic.
Oh.
Yeah, so they got.
So no, not buying sneakers off of Orchard Street or wherever.
Nah, I learned my lesson on that too.
I understand that. I've been on the other end of that. All right, on the mic with Mike, Mr. Hot Flavors and said, we got to go away for a moment. We'll be back. Hey, Mike King Biz here. I am with Tom Childry, the man, and the name of the program is the Tenacious Top of Mind Topic Tuesday. Tom.
Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business, man. On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. I'm here with my man, Mr. Hot Flavors. He is here with the sneakers. So now we're back again. So let me explain to our listeners, when I get a pair of sneakers from you and they're done up, how do I keep them looking like that?
The sneakers are coated with a silicone water repellent. So they're not meant for every outfit, but you do have some that wear them for every outfit. So the best thing I can say is just you don't want to concentrate on the upper part too much, because that's gonna always keep its life. It's just the sole and things of that nature. But proof is in the box. Those are almost 20 years old, and I can still wear them. Well, those are my cousins, but I can still wear them.
So there's another pair that the Nike symbol lights up. Mm-hmm. And you said that what's the difference between those and the first pair that you had said? This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
The other pair, it's got a transformer in it. Basically, it's a step up transformer. So I'm taking like a lower amount of voltage and it's ramping it up to a higher amount. So I had to come up with something a little bit safer. So and that's through trial and error. Okay. So now I got the sneakers that I'm holding in my hand right now. These have a lesser amount of voltage, LEDs. It's got fiber optics around the check.
So a person didn't know what all right, on the mic with Mike, like ladies and gentlemen who listen to me, they know I don't carry over guests, but sometimes this one is too different right here. All right, on the mic with Mike, Mr. Hot Flavors is here. We got to go away and come back with a different segment. So really quickly, how can we find you one last time?
You can get at me on Instagram. It's Hot Flavors Forever, HOTFLAVAZ, the number 4 ever, or Mr. Hot Flavors at gmail.com. That's MRHOTFLAVAZ at gmail.com, or that number is 804-248-0168.
All right, Mr. Hot Flavors is here with us. We'll be back with part 2 in just a moment. On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program around, as we bring it to you from all corners of the world. Thanks now. Take care.